out there.
Holy. Dude's a nightmare.
And that is why they call me the Game.
I'll show him a nightmare.
Let me at him.
Rated T for teen.
Alright. Welcome back to the streamies, everybody. We're back with my dumb wrestling game. Like I said, I needs it. But unlike last year and the year before, we're not going to go through, you know, My Rise and all the other modes. We're just going to go through Showcase mode. I thought that we were going to do another stream of this on Thursday, but I've decided that we should probably try to finish Persona. So we'll do Showcase today, and that'll be it. I can enjoy the rest of this game myself. This great wrestling game experience just for me. So, yeah. Well, we'll try to get through the entirety of the Showcase today, at least. Because, fucking Christ, there's a lot of it. And there's a lot of interesting stuff that I'm curious as to what they're going to do. Namely, the whole Brock Lesnar, Vince McMahon situation. We already know what's going on with Brock. He's been removed from the main game, but he's still in the Showcase. But what are they gonna do for Vince? Because some of these matches require events. Are we gonna get the return of the old fucking WWE 2K14? It wasn't 2K14, was it? Yeah, it was. Enforcer.
Wrestling has more than one
Bunch of garbage.
royal family.
Bunch of garbage. Anyway. I want to check first. Big numbers. There. So there is a certain somebody I need to unlock and showcase, which is what we're going to be aiming for. Because I needs it. Alright. Let's try to do the whole fucking thing. I remember some of these matches, so we'll see how they've changed.
Nobody knew exactly what to expect on March 31st, 1985. On this night, the industry stopped and held its collective breath. Would WrestleMania live up to the hype? Would sports entertainment, the flawless mixing of WWE superstars with other celebrities from music, film, and sport, prove to be a hit with the fans? Every man and woman who laced up a pair of boots that night was taking a leap of faith, knowing that they would sink or swim as the event did. With over 19,000 people in the legendary New York Arena that night, this would be the most important night in the history of WWE. Lucky for all of us, it was a success, and it formed the foundation for what is without a doubt the quintessential event of the year in sports entertainment. It has constantly grown, pushing the industry to the limits with every blockbuster encounter, every record broken, and then broken again. It's a destination, a fuel for the dreams that burn in those who hope to one day compete. Entire streaks have been built simply based on the results from that one event. Year after year, a simple point to a sign informs everyone that you're being challenged. Winning's always sweet. Winning a WWE championship is even sweeter. But for some reason, nothing can compare to standing tall on the grandest stage of them all. A Sunday night gathering at the arena has, over time, transformed into the monster two-day extravaganza that fills mammoth stadiums with people traveling from all over the world to be there. At WrestleMania, one will experience the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, all done in the name of chasing glory. I'm Corey Graves, and I'd like to welcome you to the WWE 2K24 showcase of the Immortals. Here, we will spotlight some of the biggest, craziest, most jaw-dropping, action-packed matches in WWE history. It'll be on you to retrace the historical footsteps by way of our showcase objectives and lead these titans of industry to victory. This year, as WrestleMania turns 40, let's look back at the journey to get here together and relive some of the most memorable moments from WrestleMania's past.
Alright, so I need to turn subtitles on clearly. And he's great at completing up. Yeah, okay, yeah, we know how to do this. Subtitles on. And yeah, we're gonna start at WrestleMania 3. What? It's a little weird. Alright, there's something else I gotta check real quick. Fucking crank that shit! Alright.
California, City of Angels.
Song.
Gonna be trouble.
So yeah, they've definitely done a fucking 20 years of WrestleMania mode before in WWE 2K14, which was, what, almost 10 years ago? So fair enough. We were literally saying last wrestling game, 2K23, that, hey, you know what, I wouldn't mind them redoing that, but they didn't really redo it, they kind of just covered different stuff, men and underwears, yeah. Which, it's getting more and more complicated as the years go on, because there's a lot of people that they don't want shown in these showcases, so they have to cover the weird matches. It'd be like, oh, there's the best match of this WrestleMania, it's crazy! So, we'll see how this goes. The Dragon's Roar, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Macho Man Randy Savage. Let's go!
The first WrestleMania set the stage for
They
everything
fucking
that was involved.
censored the stadium?
Now you know what it's all about, brother.
Celebrities were out in full force.
They don't even want to
This is
show
the
Mean
place to be.
Gene? What's going on?
WrestleMania 2 pushed the boundaries, taking place in 3 different locations: New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles, delivering 3 huge main events. But it would be WrestleMania
I don't know about
3
that.
in 1987 that truly displayed WrestleMania's full potential. And for our first match of the 2K24 showcase of the Immortals, we go into the first verified WrestleMania Classic, the legendary clash for the WWE Intercontinental Championship between champion, the Macho Man Randy Savage, and his challenger, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Intercontinental champion since February of 1986, Savage tore through anyone who challenged him. That included a successful defense against George the Animal Steele at WrestleMania 2. A clash between Savage and Steamboat during a late 1986 edition of Superstars would see the Macho Man retain via countout, but that wasn't good enough. He would launch a vicious attack on the Dragon after the match, taking him out of action. Savage would attempt to duplicate the attack on Steamboat's friend and former opponent George Steele during the first Saturday night's main event of 1987. Fortunately for the Animal, Ricky would make his well-timed return for the save, leading to the rematch between the two at WrestleMania. What transpired between the two combatants can only be described as art. A fast-paced, high-action classic unfolded in front of 90,000 plus in attendance, with both men coming so very close to victory on a number of occasions. Would Savage be able to turn back the challenge of his angry opponent? Would Ricky Steamboat get revenge? These questions would be answered over the next 15 grueling minutes. And when it was over, everyone in attendance and those watching at home knew they had been a part of something special. The two superstars would forever be etched in history following the match, with Ricky Steamboat finally putting an end to the Macho Man's historic reign.
Were those images AI upscaled? Yeah, we know how to do this. Oh, we're playing as fucking Ricky. Oh, okay. Reverse block or break. Striking light combo will keep you in control. So I guess the only problem with this mode is that, boy, fucking trying to read that. Yeah, no, I did the tutorial game. Well, the action's going is a little much. Trapped in the southeast corner. Facing Goon to hit him with a huge heavy attack. Who's this referee?
The bell rang, and these two didn't give each other a second to rest. Ricky Steamboat fighting to avenge a career-jeopardizing attack months earlier by not only defeating Savage in the ring, but also ending his reign as Intercontinental Champion. The aggression was almost uncharacteristic from Steamboat. Was Steamboat too angry? Or would that lead him to making a costly mistake? Was Steamboat too focused on hurting Savage and not on winning the match? Had the Dragon taken enough time to recover in the first place, or had he rushed back in the hopes of humiliating the Macho Man under WrestleMania's bright lights? Surely the presence of Miss Elizabeth's not-so-secret admirer, George the Animal Steele, was going to be a distraction to the Macho Man, who looked to keep Steele away from his manager at all times. Could Savage shut all that out and lock in on his challenger? Despite the external factors, these two appeared to be firing on all cylinders once they settled in. There was a real sense that this match could be, and was going to be, something special. The fans were captivated by the constant back-and-forth battle, with no one really able to maintain any type of control in the early portion of the match. The Macho Man appeared almost thankful to get a moment to himself after dumping Steamboat back to the floor, letting you know that Savage understood he was in a fight, unlike any other he'd been in before. Things were only getting started.
Like, you have to understand, this type of wrestling was fucking crazy back then. Because in the Hulk Hogan era, a lot of wrestling was just fucking punchy kick. Punch kick, pose, punch kick. On normal, so they are reversing a whole bunch. Holy shit, Macho! Holy shit! I've had enough, Macho! Please, not like this. Okay, well, it turns out when we don't have stamina, we can't do a combo. By yourself by sending Macho Man to the floor with a strong Irish rip. Appreciate it that if I did the tutorial, they wouldn't bother showing me that over and over. So I don't know if the lack of commentary is, I don't know about it. Because the last time they did this WrestleMania mode in 2K14, they just kind of redubbed over it. Oh my god. Why was that the longest taunt ever? They redubbed over it with not the same commentary.
The Macho Man was trying everything, and that included fighting dirty. But Steamboat continued to have an answer at every turn. Steamboat's counter-wrestling had smothered Savage's offense, and the building frustration was obvious on the face of the Macho Man. In a match this closely contested, one small mistake can be a game-changer. And Savage's frustration led to him making a big one, charging at Steamboat only to be backdropped to the floor. Steamboat finally had a huge opportunity to pour on the pressure and put Savage away.
Is this gonna count off the top rope? No. Macho! 3 big grounded moves. Stick with a... Okay. What is this music? Oh god, it's gonna be Kane. It's gonna be Kane! And not Brock Lesnar or Vince McMahon. Like, it's gonna be fucking weird because it was too late for them to remove Brock Lesnar. So what are they gonna do? They took him out of the main game. But Showcase mode is still there. And they definitely picked matches where Vince is still there, so what the fuck are they gonna do? That's a rope break right there. Nope. Ah! We need to hurry up and get to the WrestleMania that I started wrestling with, which was WrestleMania 20. And not talk about that main event. That was game. Well, we've just started. Better than that bad one. Oh, fucking way better than that bad one. But, 20? Yeah. WrestleMania XX. That was my first WrestleMania. We don't talk about that main event. Ever. And neither does fucking WWE. No, the bad game? Yeah. 2K20. The bad one. And they've been slowly getting better. This one seems to just be last year's game, but with some tweaks and improvements. But it also has Bray Wyatt and The Fiend in it, so, you know, it's a good game now. You have to hurry up and get to the Bray Wyatt WrestleManias. Whip. Yeah, classic sports game, yeah. Yeah, no, it's about the same. Southwest corner. I'm not reading. There we go. Like, they've already done this WrestleMania mode before, but
Savage quickly hits his flying elbow.
Now they have weird options to pick from because there's a lot of wrestlers they don't want to associate with.
But there was no way Savage had already put his fire out. After all the two had gone through, how was it going to end?
Ah, dirty finish of WrestleMania. No way. Chris Benoit, game mode win. Probably the same point that we get of Vince McMahon. Showcase at this point.
Situation, the Macho Man looked to use the ring bell on the Fallen Dragon, only to be intercepted by George the Animal Steele.
It's weird that they can be equated at this point.
Macho Man choosing to retaliate against Steele instead of getting back to Steamboat ultimately ends up being the decision that costs him. A then-record Intercontinental Championship reign comes to a bitter end for Savage, who wasn't thrilled about the manner in which he lost.
Wow.
And
This is music.
wrestling remains the key to this match, once again getting him out of trouble and earning him the victory. Hard to feel bad about a guy who tried to use the ring bell twice. This match, over 35 years later, is still a certified classic. The athleticism is incredible.
Yeah, that's the announcer, all right. That's the actual announcer. Yep, totally. Man, wrestling's weird. I'm gonna grow up to look like fucking George there.
Long tortured by Randy Savage, both the Dragon and the Animal's elation is
I don't
easy
doubt
to
it.
see as they're carted back
Green
to the
tongue
locker
and
room.
all.
Put this match on a loop and I'd never get bored. I love Steamboat versus Savage.
So 2K14 was the last time we did this WrestleMania. I keep saying that, but they at least tried to do a match from every WrestleMania, which I think that was a good idea. Even if that means that they have to pick some real bad matches, because there's some matches we don't talk about. I guess 40 years of WrestleMania, they weren't going to do 40 matches. But it's really weird, some of the WrestleManias they're skipping. Like, again, we're starting at WrestleMania 3. Like, we could have started at WrestleMania 1 and 2. Like, we have Hulk Hogan, we have Roddy Piper. Mr. T was in, like, the last... Well, was it the last game? It's either the last game or the game before, so clearly they can put him in these games. It's just fucking weird that we're just jumping all the way here, and alright, time for Hot Dog Man versus Andre. Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. This is the one that everybody remembers.
The clash between the Dragon and the Macho Man was a jaw-dropping battle between two of WWE's technical masters. An instant classic by all measures. But when the dust had settled and after the smoke had cleared, after Steamboat was carted off proudly holding his Intercontinental Championship
Actually, nobody
above his
remembers
head,
this match. It's
the
because
realization
everybody
set
just
in.
goes straight to
We still
Andre
have
and
Hulk
Hogan.
Hogan against Andre the Giant. Featuring two of WWE's biggest stars at the time, this was the headliner that brought those 90,000 people together in the first place.
Everybody has their
Oh,
best
don't fucking
day
talk to
in
Hogan. He's
WrestleMania.
making shit up.
That's the creme de la creme. WrestleMania main event. There's nothing else in this world like it.
Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant were great friends for years. Andre famously poured the bubbly
the
all over
fuck?
Hogan when he
Oh.
captured the WWE Championship
like,
in
what-
January of 1984.
What is he pouring all over
The
him?
two were nearly inseparable from then on. The two would be presented with trophies in separate weeks. Hogan was given one for reigning as champion for 3 years, while Andre received one for going 15 years without losing. For both ceremonies, Andre was not his usual self, first noting to Hogan that 3 years to be a champion, it's a long time. and ultimately walking out of his own trophy celebration when Hogan arrived to praise Andre's accomplishments. The world was on edge, waiting to see what comes next. Soon after, Andre would appear with Bobby the Brain Heenan.
They have to
Wait,
pay him back
what's
to
going
get.
on here? Hold on, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing with him?
Heenan had gotten to Andre, fanning the flames of resentment that burned inside.
Did you ever once in your life offer him a championship match?
A heartbroken Hogan tried to reason with his friend, but with one move, yanking Hogan's chain
No,
from his
my
neck,
shirt.
It was clear. There was no turning
I'm
back.
supposed to rip that off.
Nothing else
No!
Like getting in the ring with Andre the Giant. It is the great unknown. When you get there and you're with Andre the Giant, you're outmatched, you're outsized, you're outpowered. It's an uphill battle, so you have to fight from underneath. You have to have everything in sync, body, mind, and soul, to survive fighting an opponent like Andre the Giant. When I slammed Andre the Giant, I was surprised how the crowd reacted. 94,000 people lost their breath and gasped at the same time. It overwhelmed me in the ring. It's etched in stone. It's just overwhelming how many people every day approach me and talk about WrestleMania 3.
Now it's up to you to do the impossible and defeat Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. It truly is the irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
So yeah, this is a weird match to cover because there's not really any wrestling in it because Andre's very
Time stood still once the bell rang. And Hogan and
not
Andre
in
approached
enough
each other
shape
in
to
the
do
center.
anything.
It was finally here. The reason all these people were in the arena. The dominant 3-year WWE champion and the man who'd gone undefeated for 15
Oh,
years.
I think they were a little exaggerated on Hogan there.
Who would strike first? Everything was amplified here. Andre's shove felt thunderous.
See, this is what the entire match is just going to be, is punchy kick.
Then, everyone held their breath when Hogan tried and failed to body slam Andre, nearly losing the match in the process.
Fucking look at Hot Dog Man.
Could Hogan slam Andre? Would he try it again? Did he hurt his back or his knees in that failed lift?
His hips.
Andre, thinking he'd won the match, would have to recompose and get back on the task of taking out the Hulkster.
Brother. Light combo. Boop. Somebody pointed out on Twitter, and I think it was a good idea. I want a showcase mode where they cover Hulk Hogan, his matches, but I want them to do it in a way that Hulk Hogan remembers it. Because we're going to get some crazy shit out of that. I need to block his next attack. The upper pie. Gotta see some fucking aliens. Stay on the attack here. Oh. Laughing at me? How dare you? I'm gonna have you fired for that. Brother. Andre, you okay? Andre, get up. Please. Slam heard around the world. Totally the first time Andre the Giant has ever been slammed. Ever. That's fucking... Also, I don't know if signs existed back then. I mean, clearly they did, but I don't think people were bringing signs to a wrestling match in... What is this, 1980s? Andre, please. Andre, are you okay? Oh no, WrestleMania is over. Andre has fallen and he can't get up! Get Andre in the corner, unleash 3 corner attacks. Pop. 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 There. Why is he so big? I don't remember fucking the Hulk being so big. What a running attack while you're in the ring. Oh, my eye. I like the word. There's been a lot more wrestling in this match than I remember being in this match. The match was very much this. A lot. Because Andre can't take bumps.
Before, but really seemed to struggle with Andre's size and power advantage.
It was the 80s. Yeah, it was also Hulk Hogan.
Every shot Andre landed
my dick.
crumbled Hogan. Andre had just been dominant to this point. But an ill-advised trip to the ringside area would see Andre make his first real misstep, throwing a headbutt at Hogan that only ate ring.
No, this is the 80s. '70s, I think Hogan was still in Japan. Here, fans, hold on to that, please.
With little success in the match to this point, Hogan would look for a pile driver.
Fucking Andre's not taking that bump. Are you kidding me?
But Andre easily backdropped.
Dude, wait a second. Wait a second. Something's a little different in the gameplay here.
If Andre could shake off
something very important.
Quickly, what was it going to take to keep him down for a 3 count? Hulkamania was looking to be in deep, deep trouble.
Why couldn't they, you know, change that one part of the arena? The fans put the map, but yeah, they were like, oh no, I don't want to see my hero Hulkamania get fucking flattened. It's okay, yeah.
That moment where Hogan finally takes Andre down with the clothesline and seeing Andre timber to the mat, that's when it seemed like Hogan winning was a real possibility again. But he had to act right now or Andre would recover. Bobby
he's hulking up.
Screaming at Andre while he's down let you know
he's hulking up.
Knew it too.
The cocaine's finally kicking in, baby!
And then you see Hogan start shaking his arms and you're just thinking there's no way. But there is. And then it happens.
There it is.
Hulk Hogan lifts
the one
Andre
thing they
the
remember
Giant
from
up and
WrestleMania 3.
Nobody thought he could do it. One of the
Wait, that should be the end of the match.
in WWE history.
What?
Hogan was in full control of this match.
You could pin him or make him submit. Okay, well, fuck you. Here's what I'm gonna do. Our fucking Bobby the Brain Heenan's gonna ruin everything. My memories of this match, they're ruined. Hogan, leg drop, Hogan. There. Wow! Wow! History is ruined. We split into a new timeline. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna grab him, put him in an old sleeper hold, get a rope break. History's being rewritten right here, right now. Problem is, this entree's so big, I can't get anywhere. That's not a goddamn rope break. Woo. Alright, let's try this again, Andre. You piece of shit. Ref! No! Exactly how I remember. And the ref stares at me with his dead eyes. Does this remind me that I have to go back into the options real quick? Did Andre just disappear? Excuse me? Where's the iconic shot of Andre and Bobby leaving in a huff? That they just kicked Andre out. No, get out of Hulk Hogan's camera shot. This is him. This is his moment. He needs it. Keeps him alive. Alright, hold on. I need to go into the options. Gameplay? Blood on, because apparently there's a new blood feature. More realistic than ever. Ravishing Rick Rude versus the Ultimate Warrior.
And WrestleMania 3 ends with real American blasting, a Hulk Hogan pose down, and Andre the Giant and Bobby Heenan stunned in their failure. One of the most important matches not only in WrestleMania history, but WWE history itself. Up next, we jump ahead to WrestleMania 5 in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Those with tickets didn't know it as they entered the venue that evening, but they were about to witness one of WrestleMania's biggest upsets take place right in front of their eyes. The Ultimate Warrior captured the WWE Intercontinental
Oh, they blurred out Honky Tonk?
SummerSlam in 1988.
Fucking really?
The Honky Tonk Man, ending his record reign in a little over 30 seconds.
Like they're saying his name.
Unstoppable, a lock to become WWE champion one day. Two people who were not impressed were Ravishing Rick Rude and his manager Bobby the Brain Heenan. The 1987 Slammy Award winner for Best Body felt that Warrior was nothing special.
Which is weird because Honky Tonk Man is going to be DLC too, so.
This led to Rude challenging Warrior to a super pose down at the 1989 Royal Rumble, where the winner would be decided by the WWE Universe's approval. Pretty quickly, it was clear that the Ultimate Warrior was going to be crowned the people's choice, and Rude was livid. He'd launch a vicious attack.
Fuck it, that was a stiff shot.
That would lead to the signing of the contract for the two to compete in the Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania 5, and the world felt that Warrior would destroy his brash challenger. But Heenan and Rude were more than prepared for the champion. Heenan was desperate to have WWE Gold in his vaunted Heenan family ranks, and he knew that the Ravishing One was the right man for the job. They told anyone who'd
Gotta
listened
admit,
that Rude was going to beat the Ultimate Warrior
good
at WrestleMania,
mustache.
and now the time had come. Had they backed Warrior into a corner, or were they about to realize they'd bitten off far more than they could chew? That's a question only you can answer.
Rick Rude had the look.
Warrior wasted no time, rushing at Rude the second he entered the
yeah.
ring. There would be no feeling out, no tentative lockups here. Warrior was here to make Rude pay for what he'd said, and especially what he'd done. And he was going to do that with some of the freakiest power ever displayed in WWE. The way he
I
absolutely
didn't realize how
manhandled
fucking
Rude
small
was a
Rick
sight to
Rude's
behold.
legs were.
No
Holy
one had
shit.
done this to Rude before. All the confidence had been drained from the faces of Rude and Bobby Heenan. As Ultimate
Also, I'd like to
Warrior
point out that
had
Ultimate Warrior is
steamrolled his challenge
not a
with
good
his
wrestler.
moments.
So there shouldn't be a lot of wrestling in this match either. Oh, we're playing as Rick. Right, we're playing as Rick Rude. I forgot. No. Well, I didn't carry, so why am I getting this tutorial? Hee-yah! There's just a fucking chair. This doesn't help me, Bobby. You're not helping me, but I'll fucking quit it back there. It's going crazy.
Rude had struggled to this point, but his luck was going to change in an instant. Warrior hit the ropes 3 times before attempting his big splash, giving Rude just enough time to get his knees up and block
Those
the
tiny
attack.
legs.
Big time ring awareness shown by the Ravishing One to keep himself in the match. Rude needed to take advantage here because his opportunities for offense were few and far between.
At least we technically got a new Ultimate Warrior model. Because we've been having the same one for the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 games. So it's nice that we're getting an update. Apparently there's supposed to be a new ref bumping system too. Where the slightest breeze will just KO the ref, as is tradition. Ooh, music. We better get My Way by Limp Bizkit for the fucking Rock versus Hogan, Rock versus Stone Cold. I know we won't. Apparently Disturbed's Austin's themes is in this game, so maybe they did? What's this fucking anime music going on here? I don't think this match of all of them requires this sort of epic orchestral music. Look his arms. Go for a finisher and give Warrior, the Rude Awakening. Ring, go for another Rude Awakening to put him away. He's got to do the gyration. It's not as powerful if he doesn't gyrate.
Put Warrior away with the Rude Awakening. And then Warrior just powers out of it. Pushes Rude's arms
what he
away
does.
like they're nothing. No one had ever seen that done. All the momentum now with the Warrior. And he's looking to punish Rude a little bit more before ending the match. Rude looks completely out of it. And even Bobby Heenan looks flustered. Rude is trying to survive, trying to escape, but Warrior is relentless.
And the crowd does not care. Look how enthused the crowd is. Hulk Hogan's not here. Who gives a shit?
When it happens. One last act of desperation from Bobby Heenan turns this match on its head. He trips Warrior and hangs onto his boots for dear life. Warrior can't kick
Wow, what a
out.
bad ref.
Just like that, Heenan and Rude have stolen the Intercontinental Championship from the Ultimate Warrior in front of a completely stunned crowd. Rude smartly took his new championship and headed for the locker room. But Bobby Heenan, on the other hand, would not be so lucky, further incurring the wrath of an angry Ultimate Warrior.
Wait, is this where Bobby... Is this when Bobby Heenan got injured? No, I don't think this was the moment. He gets fucked up by... I'm pretty sure it's the Warrior who fucks him up.
And while the now former Intercontinental Champion would chase the new title holder right out of the arena, nothing could diminish the huge upset that night at WrestleMania 5. With Ravishing Rick and Bobby the Brain pulling a fast one.
Alright, who we got next?
An arena left completely shocked as Ravishing Rick Rude pins the Ultimate Warrior to win the WWE Intercontinental Championship, with a little assist from his manager, The Brain. Hey, if the ref doesn't see it, he can't call it. Those are the breaks. With the crowd buzzing from the monumental upset, it was time for WrestleMania 5 to deliver its main event. The Macho Man Randy Savage defending the WWE Championship against his former best
Hulk
friend
Hogan, baby!
Hulk Hogan.
They're colliding!
Yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage. Dig it.
He was one of a kind.
So that's a good
intense.
impression. I'll give him
He
that.
was a great athlete. Everything about him was 100%.
Hated me
Sports
100%.
entertainment and professional wrestling.
While the split of the Mega Powers was made official on a February 1989 edition of the main event, the cracks had been obvious to many long before that fateful night. Hogan and Savage's friendship had been beneficial to both, which was never more evident than the year prior at WrestleMania 4. On this evening, the vacant WWE Championship was to be decided in a 16-man, one-night tournament. In an absolutely brilliant display of athleticism and heart, the Macho Man would compete in 4 different matches to claim the championship. But it was in the final against the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase that Savage would run into seemingly more trouble than he could handle. In DiBiase's corner was Andre the Giant. Throughout the match, Andre interjected, bringing Savage's offense to a halt, or distracting him for attacks by DiBiase. Eventually, Miss Elizabeth would run into the back, bringing Hogan out to restore some order. And Hogan's presence led to Savage's win with a perfectly timed chair shot that the ref didn't catch. Like I said before, those are the breaks. The Mega Powers would be locked in a heated rivalry with Andre and DiBiase, now known as the Mega Bucks, that culminated with their victory at the very first SummerSlam. Around this time, though, it appeared Randy Savage was jealous of the closeness between Hogan and Elizabeth. Some on commentary would mention
You're learning
but
lots.
many were quick to dismiss that there was any tension between the two. Things got worse at the 1989 Royal Rumble when Hogan eliminated Savage, some claim accidentally, which infuriated the Macho Man. Everything came to a head at the Main Event 2 on February 3rd, 1989. The Mega Powers would compete in tag team action, looking to show the bond was still strong. After Miss Elizabeth
Fucking Christ! Oh my God, she's dead!
Medical attention, leaving the Macho Man alone. Upon his return to the match, Hogan would extend a hand to tag in, but would instead be slapped in the face by an enraged Randy Savage. A post-match altercation in the locker room would make it official. The Mega Powers were dead, and a clash was inevitable. Soon after, Hogan would lay down the challenge for WrestleMania 5. In a final twist, Miss Elizabeth would side with neither man, insisting that she'd be ringside in a neutral corner instead, offering to help either if they needed it. We were able to sit down with Hulk Hogan to talk about the night the Mega Powers exploded.
For good and for bad.
Blurry between reality and what we were trying to accomplish. He was madly in love with his wife, Elizabeth.
Hulk Hogan politicked the fuck out of everything backstage.
Leading up to it, you know, when she was managing him.
90% of the 99% of the time in his favor.
Crazy. I just didn't know what type of abuse I was in for, so it was a little nuts. He was
like
there
Macho
to go,
Man
and
legitimately hated Hulk
really
Hogan.
hard on me in that match.
He made a whole fucking diss track on his rap album just to be like, "Fuck you, Hogan."
Look, just the way he carried himself, I had nothing but respect for him.
It's always so great to hear from the legends themselves when it comes to these unforgettable WrestleMania moments and matches. Thanks again to Hulk Hogan for his time. Now, let's get you into the middle of an intensely
is this the
heated
last
WWE
Hulk Hogan match we're going to be doing?
Where the world would watch the Mega Powers explode.
That's why that fucking... There's a reason Hulk Hogan barely ever lost, is because he had the pull backstage to be like, nah, I ain't losing. I ain't losing, brother. It's bad for business. Which, to be fair, sure, when you got to the point of popularity Hulk Hogan did, you kind of earn that fucking power backstage, but fucking still. Yeah, towards the rope. Oh, we're doing a rebound, okay. All right, it's time for the slam heard around the world, or not?
Hogan came into this match incensed, and the Macho Man looked to use that to his advantage early. With months of payback heading his way, Savage
it's just
was
two hot dog
evasive
men.
and defensive to the bull rush tactics of Hogan, appearing to frustrate the challenger. Hogan had a look in his eye that night. You could tell he wanted to hurt Savage, and Savage also wasn't shy about using Miss Elizabeth to his advantage, flagrantly bringing her into harm's way to stop Hogan in his tracks. Savage was playing by nobody's rules but his own, and if Hogan was going to get any revenge, he'd have to find a way to keep his own temper in check. Savage was showing early on that his approach would be as chaotic as possible, and now a once rampaging Hogan had slowed things down, looking to restore some order. The Macho Man's actions sent a clear message that anything goes.
Is that a wall of NXT shirts back there? Just trying to think, if this is going to be the last Hogan match, then I imagine the next match is probably going to be like Bret Hart versus Stone Cold, maybe? At 7? Hey, we're at 7, aren't we? No, we're at 5. We haven't had an Undertaker match yet, so... Put those 24-inch pythons to use and squeeze Savage with a sleeper hold. don't think so, brother. I ain't doing the job tonight. Eat your vitamins. Time to eat your prayers and read your vitamins, brother. Bad Lex versus someone? Maybe? I guess. Lex versus Yokozuna? Wait a second. I think Lex Luger is also DLC, so I don't think we're in that weird point where they take wrestlers out of a game. Mr. Perfect. Yeah, no, Lex Luger is coming in November. Holy shit. Where they take wrestlers out of a game for a year, and then the next year after that, they're DLC. Which, that's probably the worst part of these wrestling games. Like Nia Jax, she was in 2K22. Not in 2K23. But now that she's back, she's going to be DLC for 2K24. You gotta pay for her. I think it's gonna be Hart versus Stone Cold. I can't really complain about the DLC because we also get good DLC. Like, hey, fucking CM Punk's gonna be DLC. Thank God. Okay, what am I doing? Running attack? Okay. I don't have time to read these fast enough while I'm trying to also fucking deal with Macho Man beating my shit. Hey, but let's be honest. The 90s, probably the gayest of the wrestling. You want to talk about men in undies? This was prime men in undies territory. Cue the gif of Hulk Hogan powering out of the Ultimate Warrior powering out of Hulk Hogan's fucking test of strength. It just looks like he's fucking blowing him and going nuts. Oh my God, he busted him open. There's blood.
Managed to turn the tide with a well-placed boot. Now Savage wanted to slow things down, but this also gave him a chance to talk directly to Hogan. To remind Hogan of what he'd done to him at the main event. To rub in Hogan's face the fact that the Macho Man is the WWE champion.
If it was intentional.
That he knows Hogan is jealous of him and always has been. To look over at Miss Elizabeth and taunt her because Savage doesn't for 1 second believe that she's neutral at all. The Macho Man was getting some energy back while slowly sucking the life out of Hogan. Could the cheers of the Hulkamaniacs...
He's turning from hot dog to purple. It's crazy. And all the energy just sucked out of the crowd. You can see it. Rest holds, baby. Is that Donald Trump in the crowd that they're blurring out? Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Hogan would get back on the attack once he broke free.
blurring somebody out there.
Why not go for the leg drop?
Oh, I'm sorry, it was a black child. My mistake.
And Randy Savage seemed to have Hogan on the brink of exhaustion in their mega power collision.
Ain't doing the job, brother. Well, maybe I'm doing the job, brother. Yeah, look, a new blood system where it's actually dripping on the mat now. Which, to be honest, that was a thing way back in the GameCube era. But there was a solid period where they just took blood out of these games. So, we regressed. Just goes to show how good the GameCube was. Clearly, oh, he's dead. The spine is indeed broken. Left ringside area by the entrance. Yeah. Trigger this mega power explosion by crushing Randy with a big scoop. That's a lot more blood than I remember.
Moments of this match, Miss Elizabeth proves herself true to her word, stopping Hogan from running Savage into the ring post, maintaining her neutral status. The Macho Man would take advantage of Hogan's reluctance. Once again, Savage showed no regard for the safety of Liz.
Good luck fucking lifting him. He's all oiled up.
Fed up with her presence, Savage would insist to the referee that she be removed, and she'd be escorted back to the locker room. Having his constant distraction removed seemed to invigorate Savage. He was looking to put the finishing touches on what had been a master class to that point. Just moments away from showing that it was Savage who was the true force of the Mega Powers, not Hogan. Looking to set up his vaunted flying elbow, Savage would target Hogan's throat.
Throat, yeah.
Hulkamaniacs knew to never lose hope, but it wasn't looking good for Hogan here.
Professional actor right there.
The Macho Man looked better than he ever had, seemingly on the verge of his biggest victory yet.
He's fucking dead. I ain't jobbing up tonight, brother! Have to win this match by a pinfall or submission. Now get him out of... Okay, that's okay. So no countouts. Oh, there it is. He's just taking his time. Oh, so strong. Let's get him in the ring and pin him. He shouldn't have resilience. Oh, shit! Unless everybody has resilience just built in now, which fuck that. Okay, yeah. Everybody has built-in resilience now. Come on, Macho, I'm just gonna fucking submit you in the ring. Just like history remembers. Oh, why did I pick the long taunt? Macho. 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 Time to go to sleep, brother. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? Should be severely damaged in his face. Alright, fuck you. Excuse me? That was supposed to be a signature. Alright, get out of here, Hogan.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion, the Immortal Hogan.
Maybe that's why we're not covering every WrestleMania, because there'd be a lot of Hogan. Speckled and weird. Well, my guess is Hart versus Austin. Because we're getting into the new generation at this point.
Battle, and when it was over, a common WrestleMania sight was seen. Hulk Hogan celebrating in the ring with the WWE Championship back in his possession. And as the 1980s gave way to the 90s, around the world there was a real sense of looking for the next big thing. The newest, the coolest, the fastest, the strongest, anything to show where the future was. This was also the case in WWE. Amongst the members of the WWE Universe, many saw the Ultimate Warrior as the heir apparent to the throne that Hulk Hogan had occupied for 6 years.
All right, Hogan versus Warrior.
Appeared capable of matching Hogan's strength and had dominated all other opponents. Even that loss.
Why are we covering this shit show?
Yeah, he avenged that just a few months later at SummerSlam, regaining the Intercontinental Championship in the process. But this talk all seemed like fantasy, only existing as a dream match. Hogan and Warrior weren't enemies.
Because it's a shitty match.
The other would run against the strict codes of honor to which both men claimed to adhere. All of that changed in the 1990 Royal Rumble match. It was brief, but for a moment, the only two men in the ring were, you guessed it, Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. The crowd went nuts, and these two stared at each other for a minute before circling up. Two running tackles led nowhere, and then a double clothesline floored both men, ending things before they could really get started between the two. That small taste, though, was all the world of sports entertainment needed to know that they wanted more. Even more interesting, it would be Hulk Hogan who would challenge the Ultimate Warrior to a contest at WrestleMania 6.
Ultimate Warrior, me and my Hulkamaniacs put the championship on the line.
Kind of see that
Hogan
Hulk
openly
is
stated that
kind
he
of
needed to know which power was truly the strongest in WWE.
slimming down
His
for some
or
reason.
that of the Warrior. Adding to the stakes was the stipulation that both the WWE and Intercontinental Championships would be up for grabs, leaving the winner with supreme claim to lead WWE into the next decade. All right, now it's your turn to try and shock all the little Hulkamaniacs out there and try to beat Hogan at WrestleMania 6. Can you harness the power of the Ultimate Warrior? There's only one way to find out.
Is Hogan gonna get up immediately after? As he does? Just be like, oh, you didn't win. Oh, you didn't win. Why the long taunts? Holy shit! Used to be able to just break the graphics in these games by fucking spinning. Come on, Hogan. Come on and get in here. You know you want it. You want to meet the ethereal power of the warrior! Uh-oh. Take it back. I take it back.
I'm pretty sure the last thing
A lot of showboating.
from Hogan versus Warrior was
No
a
wrestling.
crisscross. But this is WWE, and anything can happen. Ultimate Warrior rising to his feet immediately after being body slammed was such an iconic moment. But it was absolutely crazy to see them do a second crisscross. And when Warrior returned the body slam to Hogan, it hurt the Hulkster. He didn't pop up the way Warrior had. Just the difference in reactions between the body slams, you could sense that change was in the air. Seeing Hogan struggle like this wasn't something the WWE Universe was used to. After the clothesline sent him crashing to the floor, Hogan appeared to hurt his knee, the last thing he needed. Ultimate Warrior was here to prove that his
No, why the long taunt?
Warrior was gonna run
God,
right
fuck!
through Hogan at this pace.
Oh. I think so, brother.
When Warrior and Hogan clothesline each
Fucking
other, you could hear
Warrior's
a pin
face paint is entirely
drop.
gone at this
Who's
point.
gonna get up first? Is Hogan as hurt as he seems to be? Does Warrior have the gas in the tank to pull through in this moment? Remember, Hogan's had many, many championship matches, and he knows what it takes. He can use the time to get his breath back.
Hulkamania is going to annihilate... I couldn't read the rest of that sign. Probably said going to annihilate the Ultimate Warrior. They're both gassed. They needed like 3 minutes to just lie here and breathe.
And then Warrior sits up. And half of the arena goes crazy, while the other half lets out a defeated groan. Ultimate Warrior looking every bit the dominant superstar. Getting to his feet while
fucking
Hogan
there. All
saves
his
down.
face is
The
gone
Hulkster
too.
is running out of magic. Could he find one more iconic comeback?
Which, hey, they did reintroduce face paint wearing off during matches. It used to be a thing. They just took it out for no reason. Uh-oh. He saw it coming 3 times in a row. It's crazy. Fucking really, Hogan? You piece of shit? Teaching all those kids the good morals of Hulkamania? Fucking, he really doesn't want this last clothesline. He really doesn't want this last clothesline. Here he's going into business for himself. All right, fuck you, Hogan. Trying to squeeze the life out of Hulk Hogan with a bear hug. Oh my God. It's the 90s in a nutshell.
Hogan had been out-muscled by opponents before, but they were usually 7 feet tall or 400 plus pounds. Seeing Ultimate Warrior control Hogan in this bear hug was another one of those moments where you just knew
just
what was
hugging,
coming.
man.
Hogan just could not break free from Warrior.
Wait, was this the match where the Dustin Strike happened?
Warrior too, able to rest himself while dealing out crushing punishment to the Hulkster. Warrior to this point had only been known for running through opponents in quick, brutal
That was just a
outbursts.
big hug.
He was showing
They
more
love
of a
each other.
tactical side here, and it was paying off.
See, they love each other. The least amount of wrestling they ever have to do. It was acceptable in the 80s.
Ultimate Warrior was showing that the moment wasn't too big for him. He wasn't trying
That's
to
just
rush
a
anything.
stinker.
With 2 of WWE's most popular superstars competing, the WWE Universe was divided.
Are they divided? They look pretty bored to me. Face blurred. So with WWE games, they have to pay royalties for any likenesses used, and they don't want to pay the ref from fucking 20, 30 years ago. So they'll just blur his face, and for some reason it doesn't count. Likeness not used. You'll see that a lot during this showcase, because there's a lot of wrestlers that are like, nah, fuck you, I don't want to pay you.
And right
So instead we get to look at fucking Mr. Mystery over there.
break Warrior's grip, the referee gets flattened, and now there's no one to count falls.
Oh, how unfortunate. Up for a big splash. Oh no! It's weird because the Warrior isn't really like sweaty or anything. He's just kind of there. Meanwhile, we got Hot Dog Man over here sweating up a storm. It's going crazy. It's the Warrior, known for his high-flying abilities. Why is it the longest taunt every time? Holy shit! Another back suplex. Great. My favorite. We gotta store up a signature. Alright. Yeah, just dump him on his face. It's fine. He probably deserves it. God damn it! You piece of shit, Hogan! Here it comes. Gotcha, bitch. Just gotta build up a new goddamn special meter. It's fine. 'Cause Hogan doesn't want to sell. Holy shit, Hogan. Terry's going into business for himself. Die! Die! Let's just beat him blue. I mean, we do have a resilience if it ever comes down to it. I mean, kick out of anything instantly. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, thank God. Hogan? Hogan, where you going? Where you go, buddy? Gotcha, bitch. Ain't getting out of this one this time, buddy. Dude, now we're working up a sweat.
Things were looking perilous for the Hulkster.
Bro. Is this where Hogan kicks out at 3.001? No, okay. Hogan did a lot of that bullshit.
Hogan kicking out at 2. A familiar sight as Hogan begins to shrug off the attack of the Warrior, slowly getting back to his feet.
Really making him stronger. Stop.
You know the deal. 3 big rights. The big boot. And then Hogan misses the leg drop. Hogan crashes hard to the mat. Now it was just up to the Ultimate
Splash,
Warrior
splash,
to fulfill his
splash.
destiny. Could he defeat Hulk
Splash. No, because he's going to kick out because he's fucking Hulk Hogan. He's a piece of shit. Yeah, who'd have guessed? God damn you, Terry. All right, let's try this again. Stay down. Yeah, Hogan would do this thing all the time where he would kick out at like 3.001 just to be like, nah, you won by a fluke. I wasn't beat. He's a piece of shit. Burp, burp. And it's weird how much they celebrate the Ultimate Warrior considering how much of a piece of shit he was also in real life. Alright, so are we finally getting to Hart versus...
Incredible victory for the Ultimate Warrior there, becoming the first superstar to hold the WWE and Intercontinental Championships at the same time. A truly historic feat on the grandest stage of them all. A victory that signaled a new wave of change that was about to hit
the
all
new
of
generation.
WWE. Roddy Piper managed to change his luck in WWE when he captured his first championship in the company at the 1992 Royal Rumble. The wrestling world rejoiced for Hot Rod as the fiery superstar showed true emotion in the moment, revealing how much it meant to him. Once the most reviled man on the roster, he was now appreciated for his authenticity. Everyone was happy for him, except for one guy. Bret the Hitman Hart had changed his status in WWE in the spring and summer of 1991. When his legendary Hart Foundation amicably split the team, Bret would use the opportunity to springboard up the singles rankings, winning the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam that year. Wanting to be an active champion, Bret faced off against all comers, finding victory each time out. Until a few nights prior to the 1992 Royal Rumble, when Hart lost the Intercontinental Championship. And before he could get a rematch, Piper had swooped in and won the thing. The last thing the Hitman wanted to do was ruin Roddy Piper's moment. The two were close. Piper had trained in the family dungeon and spoke glowingly of not only Bret, but his entire family.
I gotta tell you how much I loves your family. I gotta tell you how much I loves your mom. I knowed you, I know this guy since he's been knee-high to a grasshopper.
Respectfully, the two agreed to compete at WrestleMania 8, which would emanate from Indianapolis, Indiana. But Piper understood that many felt Bret lost that title at less than 100%, and that he'd have to defeat Hart in the ring to get those people on his side. And while both men claimed they'd keep it respectful, most everyone understood what happens when you push Roddy Piper to the edge. And trying to take something from Roddy Piper is one way to do it, especially when it's the first title he ever held in WWE. And so it was Bret Hart's technical mastery against Roddy Piper's street fighting in an unheralded classic was produced by two absolute masters of their craft.
Right, we still gotta do the,
You just knew it wasn't gonna last. Nearly 20 furious minutes of action unfolded between the two, each with near victories along the way. Blood, sweat, and tears was never more appropriate.
It's
The two
WrestleMania.
gave their all on the goal of earning the WWE Intercontinental Championship. So, get in there and do your best to beat Roddy Piper to the punch. But beating Hot Rod is no easy task.
WrestleMania
Even
10.
if you are the best there is, the best there was, or the best there ever will be.
We still have to do the Shawn versus Razor Ramon ladder match, which, yeah, I guess was WrestleMania 10. Like my fucking WrestleMania timeline's all fucked up.
Heading into the match, the smart money was on Roddy Piper, resorting to his brawling tactics. But he looked to try and wrestle with Bret Hart at the start, which led to
Good fucking luck with that.
Bret outmaneuvering Piper. A fuming Piper would spit at the Hitman. Would Piper's desire to win and be champion override his desire to play fair? Could Hart use Piper's legendary temper as a constant exploit? Piper was already reverting to the man people knew him to be.
Who the fuck is that? That's not Roddy.
That fiery temper by embarrassing Piper as often as possible.
Looks more like fucking Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Piper continued to show glimpses of the old Hot Rod, but still tried to play by the rules. He was desperate to remain champion, but his respect for Hart and his family kept him from unleashing that old demon inside. And Hart used that to his advantage, tricking Piper by feigning a shoulder injury after landing awkwardly on a dropkick. Piper, understandably, was not amused by this one bit. Piper slapped the taste out of Hart for gold bricking, as Bobby Heenan famously called it, and this once friendly competition was turning into the heated brawl many figured it would become.
Why even come out of the cutscene?
The
We're just
tension
going
was
right into it.
growing
Oh.
But they were still trying to keep it sportsmanlike. The Hitman sent both tumbling to the floor with a crossbody. Piper would respond by holding the ropes for Hart to re-enter. Hart was hesitant, but ultimately accepted. And that was the information Piper needed, that Hart trusted him. Piper would immediately violate that trust by telling Bret his boot was untied and unloading a huge sucker punch. The gloves were off, and the two were in a fight for survival. Hart wanted to use little tricks, while Piper just suckered him with the old, "your shoe's untied." A huge shot from Piper, and it looks like the Hitman may be busted open.
Was he? Oh, yeah, a little bit. Some money? Whose fucking sign is that? Alrighty. Alrighty. I don't know if I have a springboard move. I do! That was not a snap suplex. How dare you? Seated facing ring. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. The rope break even before the count started. So much setup for this fucking net breaker. And he doesn't want to take it! I wonder why! Die, monster! There, now that he's stunned. Unless the meter runs out before we even get him up there. Also, there's a Snickers sign. Did Snickers exist in the 90s? Oh, for fuck's sakes! Alright, so here's how we're gonna have to do this. We have to stun him by throwing him in the turnbuckle. Yeah. There. I should have enough time now! God damn! This fucking neck breaker. Why was that so hard? That was definitely not what I did, but okay. Come on, Roddy. Come on, Roddy. Come on, Roddy. Okay. Is this actually going to be a snap soup? Oh, it's not. Not at all. Oh, the ref has made a glass.
Piper manages this well-timed shove of heart to knock the official down. And if
Shove, yeah.
And you don't know Roddy Piper. As soon as the official goes down, you see the old hot rod start to appear. He's brawling with Hart at ringside. He's throwing him into the ring steps. And then he grabs the ring bell. Hart's down on the mat, can barely move, and Piper's telling him to get up. As you see the sneer on Piper's face, like, this is your fault, man. As Piper measures Hart up for the bell shot, you can see the inner struggle. What would the Hart
You can also see that his face is completely different from his in-game model.
How could you look Bret Hart in the eye if you win it this way? And he keeps lifting the bell as if he's going to use it, and you're wondering which Roddy Piper is going to win out, the Angel or the Devil. And then he does the right thing and tosses the bell aside. In an instant, he's got Hart in a sleeper hold. Piper has Hart beat. But the Hitman had one more counter up his sleeve, trapping Piper in the pinning combination while still in the sleeper hold. More amazing was how the instant the match was over, the respect between the two immediately returned.
We're not going to show it.
A somewhat forgotten classic sees the excellence of execution using every last trick in his repertoire to pull out the victory over Roddy Piper. And WrestleMania 8 sees a rare pinfall loss for Hot Rod, but an even rarer display of professionalism from him makes the moment all the more memorable. Up next on this WrestleMania train down memory lane, we go to WrestleMania 10 in New York City.
Yeah.
and
Shawn
the first
versus
ladder match
Razor.
to ever
Yeah.
take place at WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels captured his first Intercontinental Championship with a big win over the British Bulldog on Saturday night's main event in the fall of 1992. But in the fall of 1993, Michaels would be stripped of the championship due to inactivity. As the Heartbreak Kid watched from the sidelines, Razor Ramon would capture the vacant championship. At the 1993 Survivor Series, Michaels would announce that he was back and that he only had one mission: to humiliate Razor Ramon, who he considered to be a fake champion. Having never been defeated in the ring, HBK still believed he was the rightful Intercontinental Champion.
There is only one undisputed Intercontinental Champion, and it is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Never one to back down from a fight, Ramon was more than ready to face Michaels anytime, any place. But Shawn wanted to play games with the bad guy, interfering in his matches and even performing Ramon's vaunted Razor's Edge finisher to taunt him.
Poorly.
Shawn was also very open about relying on his 7-foot monster of a bodyguard, Diesel, to help him get through any tough situations. WWE officials, forced with figuring out how to decide who the true Intercontinental Champion was, came to a decision. Both championship titles would be suspended above the ring in a ladder match. The winner would be the first superstar able to incapacitate their opponent long enough to climb the ladder, grab both championships, and finally settle the issue once and for all. This matchup would see both men use everything they could to stop the other, including the ladder repeatedly. It was used as a battering ram, even as a perch from which to dive for a huge splash. Both Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels laid it all on the line in this epic clash, leaving everyone breathless with each new flurry of offense. So, you're gonna have to do your best to deal with not only a Mr. WrestleMania who wants his Intercontinental Championship, but also with the menacing Diesel at ringside. Stay focused, and maybe you'll be oozing enough machismo to climb that ladder of success.
Ooh, yeah. Oh. Just right in there, huh? I don't remember the arena looking like this. Signature chokeslam already, Jesus. That just barely started. So hey, at least we got a new Razor too. Okay, where Shawn, where are you going? Shawn, where are you going? You know what? Fair enough. I fucking no-sold that. Yes, I know. I remember. And nudge you with this ladder. Fucking stop it! Stop it! Fucking quit running into me! You weirdo! Alright. Choke slam. Fucking finally. Yo, Chico.
Razor Ramon was looking to prove that despite never defeating Shawn Michaels for the Intercontinental Championship, he was still the real champion. Shawn Michaels had a clear game plan for this match. With no rules, he'd be able to receive assists from his bodyguard Diesel. No disqualifications in a ladder match means it's not cheating. The second Michaels tossed Ramon to the floor, that plan was put into action with Diesel attacking the bad guy. Unfortunately for Shawn, the official decided that wasn't going to work.
You're out of here!
Despite Diesel's arguments, the WWE official decided to kick Big Daddy Cool out of the ringside area. Shawn had talked a lot about being the
This
real
arena
champion.
looks way different,
And now,
doesn't it?
without his 7-foot backup, he was going to have to back those words up himself. This distraction bought Ramon enough time to recover and send HBK flying with a huge right hand. Ramon floors Michaels, and now with Diesel banned from ringside, it looks like the Heartbreak Kid needs a new plan for the bad guy.
Out of the ring, okay. In front of the opponent, left of the okay, right, left of the ring. John, why did I leave you there? Sean, please. Sean, please, we don't need more ladders. I think it's because the last one disappeared because the cutscene started. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Sean. This is how the match is supposed to go.
Heading into this match, a lot of people wondered how the ladder would come into play. And it didn't take long for Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels to answer that question. Razor placed the ladder on the apron to re-enter the ring, and that gave Shawn the opening he needed to launch a baseball slide dropkick that sent the ladder crashing into Ramon's ribs. Had Razor even considered that type of offense from Shawn in his preparations? Had Shawn practiced that very move? He appeared ready to strike the second the ladder was laid down. Clearly, any moment with a ladder nearby was going to be dangerous, and one would need to always be aware of their opponent's location. With his bigger, stronger opponent struggling to breathe, Michaels would be able to build his own momentum. Michaels started to realize that as long as he used the ladders to his advantage, the lack of Diesel's
the
presence
shitty
wouldn't be as
broken ladder.
detrimental as he first thought. Knowing Ramon now had a weak point, Michaels crashes that ladder right into the ribs of Ramon, and he has completely turned the tide of this match. You could see it on the faces of Razor's fans, who sat in disbelief as Shawn took control.
No more ladders! Fucking Christ, Sean! Oh, here it comes.
Both men had looked to hit the other with a ladder in a variety of ways, but Shawn Michaels was about to shock the crowd with a different approach to ladder-based offense. With Ramon down, Michaels would climb the ladder near the corner and come crashing down onto Ramon's
Isn't this
already weakened
artifacting?
ribs. Why waste all that energy swinging the ladder around when you can just climb it and jump off from great heights, right?
Not artifacted. These lines that keep showing up.
Michaels, thinking it was over, began to climb. Now, normally, Michaels may have gone for the cover, and he may have even won the match after such an incredible move. But with ladder matches, it's not that easy. So even with Ramon in great pain, he was able to find enough fight in him to get to his knees and topple the ladder over.
And the ladder just, you know, had a mind of its own. Oh. Hello. Any corner? All right, Sean. I can't hit him when he's like that. This is bullshit. Sean. 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 Please. Please. The game's there. Fucking Christ. All they had to do was just play that animation while he was in the corner. But they didn't.
Shawn Michaels could see the match starting to slip away, but instead of panicking, he'd look for an opening. Reversing a Razor Ramon attack, he'd plant the bad guy with a devastating pile driver.
Was this when he broke the ladder? They definitely broke a ladder at some point, and they were like, well, we don't know what to do now. We bought one ladder.
Here. I've never seen anything like this before, and it's still jaw-dropping today. He didn't just climb the ladder. He'd proceed to fall with the ladder beneath him onto the downed Ramon. It was now or never for Razor Ramon as his grasp on the Intercontinental Championship appeared to be slipping.
Oh, I have to actually win the goddamn mini game. We'll see how this fucking goes. All right, now to set this fucking ladder up. And then climb the ladder. And then reach, yeah. And then win the fucking mini game. There. Exactly how I remember it. Exactly how I remember it. Fucking 2 hours in, and we're not even at.
One of WrestleMania's greatest collisions comes to its scintillating conclusion with Razor
Past
Ramon
15.
just managing to outlast Shawn Michaels, claiming possession of the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 10. The latter match would
we're
open
gonna
the
beat
door
the
for
entire
future
showcase
classics,
tonight.
like the TLC and Money in the Bank matches as well, forever sealing its place in WrestleMania lore. Our next match is another legendary moment that will live forever as we head to WrestleMania 13. Rosemont, Illinois would play host to the most important night on the sports
Okay,
entertainment
now we're
calendar.
at Hart
And on
versus
this night,
Austin.
a match that is the literal definition of an all-time classic unfolded. Bret Hart had been the face of WWE's new generation for years, proudly defending the WWE Championship against all comers and defending WWE's honor against its most heinous villains. After losing the WWE Championship to Shawn Michaels in WrestleMania 12's Iron Man match, the Hitman took some time
Which
off
is
to
weird that
consider
we're not
future
covering
options.
that one.
When he returned, roughly 6 months later, there were drastic changes to the landscape of WWE's universe. Top among those was the rise of Stone Cold Steve Austin. The man who started the year off as Ted DiBiase's ringmaster would find freedom in his true identity, dropping his manager and finding superstardom in the wake of his 1996 King of the Ring tournament victory.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
WWE was trying to find its attitude, but the seeds of change were being planted in the fans who had rallied around Austin. His no-nonsense attitude had made him the ultimate anti-hero. This acceptance of someone who flaunted his breaking of the rules didn't sit right with the Hitman. When Bret made his return, he immediately challenged Austin, who was more than ready to answer the call. The two battled at 1996's Survivor Series, where Hart won in a masterful performance of a feverish back-and-forth battle. The loss only made Austin angrier, creating a single focus for him: to ruin Bret Hart's career. He'd eliminate Hart from the 1997 Royal Rumble match after officials missed Hart first eliminate Austin. The night after Hart captured the WWE Championship at Final Four, Austin would interfere in Hart's first defense on Raw, ending the reign before it could even get started. WWE officials would pit the rivals against each other in a no disqualification submission match. The loser would be forced to admit they were defeated by the better combatant. To make sure that order
I
would be
wonder how that
maintained,
goes.
a special referee was assigned. The world's most dangerous man and former MMA champion, Ken Shamrock. And while Hart had the edge in submission wrestling, Austin was no slouch in that department. And he also had one other thing going for him: his promise to the world that he would never in a million years give up. Once the match started, these two unleashed months of hatred on one another. We were lucky enough to talk to the Rattlesnake himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin, to get his thoughts on this classic encounter.
A lot of people think that the WrestleMania 13 match between myself and Bret the Hitman Hart is one of the best of all time. Certainly one of the best in all of WrestleMania. To me, it's a very special match because everything happened so magically, and specifically WrestleMania 13 cemented the legacy of who and what Stone Cold Steve Austin was. From start to finish, we started it off, we brawled out, we came back into the ring, we brought various factors from around the ring into the ring to use against each other. Some of the stuff backfired on me. It was full of chills, thrills, and spills. I gotta call a spade a spade. I mean, it is my favorite all-time match, and I've been to some classics.
Always an honor to get to pick the brain of one of WWE's top-level legends. Thank you again to Stone Cold for
Was
talking
that it?
to us
Is that
about
all we get
WrestleMania
from Stone
13.
Cold?
Now it's on you to try and find a way to take out WWE's toughest SOB. Remember, there are no disqualifications, so use whatever you can, and maybe you'll find a way to get him to surrender. I just wouldn't recommend messing with the referee. Shamrock's ankle lock is nasty.
It's weird that they don't want to show blood in the actual footage. Yet they picked this match of all the matches to put in the showcase. End your combo. I mean, while you're out of the ring. Can't read. Come on, Austin. Also, the ringside area is a lot bigger than I remember. Yes, I purposely put him into dragging. I know how to drag. I'm so sick of this fucking neck breaker that never works. Oh well. Get this time. Work on Austin's legs. Work on Austin's legs. Work on Austin's legs. Work on Austin's legs. Well. Nice shorts there, Shamrock. Fucking nice socks too, nerd. Oh, okay. I deserve this. Yeah.
Hart immediately showed why this match was perfect for him. Instead of just punching Austin's face, he'd attack Austin's legs instead. Brett wanted to make sure that his search for revenge also ended with him victorious. Hurting Austin in a losing effort was worthless to him. Hart knew every single attack would be used to set up his vaunted sharpshooter, so he started the work early. The Hitman would also find ways to mix his technical style into a more vicious approach, like when he locked Austin in a figure 4 leg lock around the ring post. Normally, a hold that would be subjected to a referee's 5 count, Hart could inflict damage until he chose to let go. And just how much damage had the move done? Had Austin's knee brace offered any type of defense against the maneuver? Austin had the reputation as a brawler, but Hart was showing that he wasn't completely out of his element in this no disqualification match. Brett looked to keep things relatively simple, and so far the plan was paying off. Work the leg, break it down, and the submission opportunities would come.
Work the leg. Stamina seems to decrease way faster this year. What's going on? Ringside East.
As the two continued to fight,
More Snickers chairs. Crazy.
A strong Irish whip from Hart sent Austin flying into the guardrail by the timekeeper. Hart stayed on the attack, looking to maintain control under any circumstances.
Who the fuck is that?
Unfortunately for Austin,
oh, that's JR.
A huge cut had been opened up on his head. And seeing the red on Austin brought out a whole new level of ferocity for the Hitman. Brett unleashed months of built-up aggression on Austin. Hart abandoned his limb-based attack, focusing only on Austin's bloodied face. Austin looked to be in very bad shape.
The double feature.
All from an innocent Irish whip. It was now Austin's time to prove that he was everything that he said he was. Did Austin have the fight in him to keep going? Would he look for a way out now that Hart had him badly hurt?
Well, they're definitely not afraid to show the blood here. Usually they try to just grayscale it.
The Hitman was now in firm control, with Austin in big trouble with a nasty wound on his head. Things were not looking good for the Rattlesnake.
While holding a chair. Alright. We'll just find a chair. Oh, there's only chairs! Weird white chairs. Oh, that's a headshot. Oh, yeah. It's a concussion right there. Fucking chair. Ken, you're not even really doing anything. You're just kind of there. Watching. Kind of in the way of the action. Sharpshooter. Alright. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Airshipping across the ring to the left side. From left side to the right.
continued to maintain control, but Austin would not stop fighting back. Desperate, Austin found an opening, tossing Hart to the apron. Austin would then reveal the lengths he was willing to go to, grabbing an extension cord at ringside. I still can't believe that Ken Shamrock checked to see if Hart gave up instead of trying to break him free. Just when it looked like Austin was finding daylight, the resourceful hitman clobbered him with the ring bell. Austin had already looked like he was nearly finished. The fans, who had steadily grown louder in favor of Austin, tried to rally the Rattlesnake back to his feet one more time. Cut bad and now down again. Was there anything left in Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I don't think there is. Put him in a sharpshooter. Watch him squirm. All right, here we go.
Locked in the sharpshooter, you could see two clear reactions. One group was loudly cheering, sure that the hitman had done what he needed to do, and that victory was coming. The other group sat with a mixture of disappointment and hope on their faces. Austin was in trouble, of course, but there's no way Stone Cold was going to give up, right?
I don't think that's Ken we're hearing.
Brett continued to pull back, remembering all the things Austin had said. Remembering his unfair ouster at the Royal Rumble. Remembering Austin costing him the WWE Championship. And Stone Cold kept fighting. Austin refused to give up, refused to lose to someone for whom he held so much disdain. Now it was the Brett fans who looked worried, and the Austin fans who began cheering, hoping to will their guy to one last incredible act. Brett pulled back and Austin pushed forward, taking every last bit inside of him to try and fight his way out of the sharpshooter. But on this evening, it wasn't to be. Brett nearly toppled over, but managed to rebalance and reapply the hold. Austin, in one of WWE's most memorable visuals, would struggle one last time to find an escape before collapsing unconscious.
He's dead, sir.
Special referee Ken Shamrock would call the match here, as Austin was no longer able to defend himself. Yes, Stone Cold lost, but he lived up to his word and he never gave up.
As a result of Stone Cold Steve Austin losing consciousness, the winner of this bout, Bret Hitman Hart.
So I think tonight, what we'll probably do is play up till probably WrestleMania 20. Should roughly be about halfway through the showcase, because we're about fucking 2 hours in. We're at only 13. And then we'll probably finish this on Thursday, I guess. I guess we will fucking play this on Thursday. Too tired to fucking do a 6-7 hour stream tonight.
Hart was happy with the win, but he still took the opportunity to attack Austin after the match, which only served to alienate whatever fans still cheered for Bret. Even in victory, Hart refused to be the better man, which was disappointing to the millions who had supported him. But for Hart, all that mattered was the victory. He'd proven that he was better than Stone Cold Steve Austin, which is all he cared about. And Stone Cold had, while trapped in the sharpshooter, won over an entire fan base with his fight until the very end. It's one of the greatest matches in WWE history, featuring two of the very best to ever compete in a WWE ring. It made Stone Cold Steve Austin a generational superstar, And it showed that the Hitman wasn't only a technical wrestler. Counter holds, ringside brawling, and lots of weapons, along with one of the most famous endings to any WWE match ever. Such a classic. I never get tired of this match.
Wow. Oh, just a random ref who wasn't even involved. They didn't blur his face. They didn't give a shit.
Despite being victorious, Bret Hart's post-match attack on Steve Austin only served to galvanize the fans into fully supporting Stone Cold. And Austin, even in defeat, would only increase his reputation by living up to his word.
Are we jumping right to The Rock?
Steve Austin fighting the sharpshooter with everything he has remains an enduring WrestleMania moment in a career filled with them.
I guess
4 years
so.
later, Austin found himself in a very different position in WWE. Taken out in a heinous attack at the 1999 Survivor Series, Austin would be out for nearly a year before returning at No Mercy in 2000. Austin would first look to exact revenge on those who took him out, Rikishi and Triple H, before setting his sights on regaining the WWE Championship. Stone Cold would then head to the 2001 Royal Rumble, entering at number 27. Before he could enter the ring, he'd again be attacked by Triple H, looking to avenge Austin's interference earlier in the night. Austin was in bad shape, but somehow managed to emerge victorious, securing his opportunity to compete for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 17. Defending against Austin would be The Rock, Austin's main rival for years. The two legends personify the Attitude Era and had previously met for the WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania 15. That night, Stone Cold managed to defeat the corporate champ to regain the championship. On that same night that Rock captured the WWE Championship at No Way Out 2001, Austin would face Triple H in a 3 stages of hell match. Each fall would be held under different rules: a standard match, a street fight, and then a steel cage if necessary. While Austin took the early lead in winning the first fall, he'd lose the next 2 in a heartbreaker to Triple H. The loss shook Austin, who felt the wave of momentum he was riding should have been unstoppable. Heading into WrestleMania, Austin would speak openly about how he didn't just want the win, but that he needed it.
I need to beat you, Rock. I need it more than anything that you can ever imagine.
When you headline an event, you've got to be on top of your game, be in the best of your game to put on a show and to warrant that main event status.
Austin was going to do everything he could to guarantee the nearly 68,000 attending in his home state of Texas would not be disappointed. The People's Champ had other ideas. He had worked hard while Austin was out to establish himself as the man in WWE, and the opportunity to prove his status with this WrestleMania rematch had the Brahma Bull almost bursting at the seams. If anything was for sure, it was that The Rock would do one thing, and one thing only.
Just bring it!
He'd been through the battles, he'd come into his own, nothing was handed to him, he earned it all, and he turned himself into the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. At no point in time in wrestling history were 2 stars, 2 wrestlers, as hot as both I was and The Rock was. It's hard to explain why we're such good opponents. We just were.
So now it's time for you to head into one of the biggest WrestleManias of all time, WrestleMania 17 in 2001. A night that serves as the pinnacle of the Attitude Era's excellence, with its 2 biggest names doing battle once again. Are you ready to open up a can on The Rock Or will you find out that going one-on-one with the Great One isn't the electrifying opportunity it appears to be?
Before the bell could even
I'm curious how this is gonna go.
Austin was proving that he'd do anything to win. First attacking Rock while his back was turned, and then looking to
Because this fucking match ends with Stone Cold allying with Vince McMahon. But they have removed Vince from this game, so are we just gonna blur Vince? How many blurs are in this fucking camera shot?
Was The Rock not ready for Austin's tactics? Would he be able to get back into the match quickly before Austin?
Also, I'm a little disappointed we did not get my way. It's the most important video package of all time. Fucking okay. Hold on. I'm looking at The Rock. Who the fuck am I fighting? That's not The Rock. Who is this? I don't look anything like him. Who the fuck is that? Why is it so hard for them to ever fucking capture The Rock's likeness? Oh, it's something about his hairstyle. Also, they usually try to put filters on these old matches. I figured we would still get it. WrestleMania 17. D, Rocky D. Fuck was that? The fuck was that? Texas pile driver. Oh, to the announce table. Right. In front of the announce table. Breathing's hard. Oh.
Once the action went to the ringside area, the brutality really got ratcheted up. Rock used the announce table and timekeeper's table to his advantage.
He just fucking dies. Didn't even do anything.
but took his eye off Austin for one brief moment, which allowed Austin the chance
Yeah,
to clock
you
him
could
with
see the ref hand The Rock
Austin
there,
was
his
really
blade,
looking
so
like
he
a
could
different superstar than the one we'd known the last few years.
blade.
There was a
He could
sinister
cut his
look in
forehead.
eye as he yelled at officials.
They're bleeding. Oh, he did. Oh, yeah, no, he did. And now it's the ref's job to look for the razor and pick it up. Yeah, just like that.
He threw heavy rights at The Rock, who stumbled all over trying to stay on his feet. Austin's face wore an angry sneer while he planned his next move, knowing he had plenty of time.
You see he's putting it in his pocket. So many blurs in the shot. Jesus Christ. I can't imagine what these cutscenes are going to look like in like 20, 30 years. When they're like, oh, we're going to recap 100 years of WrestleMania. Math is not my strong suit.
Back in the ring, Austin continued a methodical, brutal beatdown to the People's Champion.
Like, I don't think we're going to get John Cena versus The Rock. Because we covered that in the last showcase. A fucking Contra sign?
Even when Rock was able to land a few strikes of his own, Austin immediately cut off his offensive surge. Stone Cold hadn't been WWE champion for nearly 18 months, and it was clear that this had done something to his psyche. The Rock wasn't the reason that Austin was out, but he had clearly benefited the most from Austin's absence. And it seemed that Austin was taking every opportunity to make Rock pay for taking what he considered to be his. Did The Rock really underestimate what kind of match this was going to be? Had he considered Austin to be a friend? Did he not take Austin's words at face value? For a little bit there, it looked like Austin had completely overwhelmed The Rock.
I think we might jump straight to WrestleMania 20 after this, because I don't think we're going to get anything from 18. You know what? We might get Triple H versus Mankind. I don't remember if that was at WrestleMania or not. Because, like, the Big Show's heavily involved through WrestleMania in the next few years. We're not doing anything in WrestleMania 19. Despite the fact Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar probably would have been alright. We might just jump straight to 20 after this. Eat it. Eat it.
But The Rock never lost faith in himself. He took advantage of Austin backing off and clotheslined his way back into the match.
It's weird, like, we might not even get The Rock versus Stone Cold. Or fucking The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. I'm tired. Probably would have been an alright match to cover. Though, again, I think they did that at 2K14.
Once he had Austin down, Rock was able to reevaluate the situation. And once he had, he went to ringside to grab the timekeeper's bell. Instant karma, it seemed, was going to get Austin. Now it was The Rock who was going to find an angrier, meaner place inside. And it was The Rock who was going to make Stone Cold Steve Austin
was busy blading.
With no rules to hold them back, the Brahma Bull and the Rattlesnake were going to throw absolutely everything at each other, with the dream of leaving WrestleMania 17 as WWE Champion.
Not a moment to tell The Rock what you think about him. Oh, yeah. I'll do just that. Any second now. Uh-oh. He really does not want to fucking take anything. Oh. Oh. Boop. Right on the chair. Perfect. His legs. Get the fuck back in here. Standing in front of the opponent.
Back and forth they'd gone, but neither Austin nor The Rock had found that moment that would give them the win. As Austin attempted an Irish whip, though, The Rock would surprise him with a stone-cold stunner of his own. The millions and millions of Rock's fans exploded. Would this be it? Could The Rock embarrass Austin like this by beating him with his own move in Texas?
And wrestling in the early 2000s was crazy.
Austin would display his
blood everywhere,
managing to kick out at the 2 count. And while the two men laid on the mat, trying to find the spark to get back to their feet.
Yeah? What happened?
Mr. McMahon would make
Oh, yeah! Vince McMahon, huh? There he is! They didn't bother to hide him at all! Which, had they not removed him from the game, I imagine we would have unlocked him from this match. He's slowly making his way down here. Get out here, you rapist! Yeah, I guess that there was really nothing they could have done. Just have Mystery Man walk to the ring.
All eyes are on Mr. McMahon. But in the ring, Austin flattens The Rock with an incredible spine buster, which gets a 2 count.
Oh. Oh. If we get back to gameplay, I need to go see if he has a model still. I imagine he does.
Austin with his spine buster.
It is the most electrifying move in sports entertainment.
That leads to the people's elbow. But when Rock covers Austin, Mr. McMahon breaks up the pin. That's right, Mr. McMahon helped Stone Cold Steve Austin. To this day, I cannot believe I ever saw that happen. The look on The Rock's face is pretty much the look that I had. What the hell? Rock's anger raged over, and he made a huge mistake in forgetting about Austin in hopes of laying the smackdown on Mr. McMahon, which led to him running straight into a Stone Cold version of the Rock Bottom. Mr. McMahon had turned the match on its head, and Stone Cold Steve Austin looked ready to strike and finish his quest of regaining the WWE
I don't see Mr. McMahon, so yeah, they must have completely removed his model. No, there he is. Never mind. Don't. So much like Brock Lesnar, they're in my ride, or they're in Showcase, but not anywhere else in the game. That looks weird though. Thought it would just be the same model they've been using for years. Uh-oh. Die, Rocky, die! Die! Pick up the chair. Oh, chair's broke. Chair's broken. But you need this one. One more in the ring.
It was inevitable. Stone Cold was going to win, and it was obvious to everyone watching. The Rock had been able to get back into it once Mr. McMahon had arrived. Now Stone Cold was obliterating The Rock with a chair as Mr. McMahon instructed him, and all we could do was watch. Somewhere in the darkest places of Steve Austin's mind, he had convinced himself that the only way to get back to where he was would be by teaming with the man who had been his biggest enemy for years. Had the man never really changed? Had he simply fooled the fans during those years where he was WWE's most popular superstar? Should it have ever been surprising that the man who preached DTA, don't trust anybody, was not someone to be trusted? Or had something changed in Austin while he was gone? And how could The Rock have ever expected anything like this to happen?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, and I imagine we would have unlocked Vince McMahon had he not been removed. So are we jumping straight to 20 after this?
One of the most stunning endings in WrestleMania history.
Yeah,
sees Stone
I guess
Cold
so.
Steve Austin align with Mr. McMahon to regain the WWE Championship. WrestleMania 17 was in many ways the last stand for WWE's Attitude Era. Steve Austin and Triple H formed a two-man power trip as an impending invasion from WCW and ECW would forever alter WWE. So much talent in one spot would lead to the brand split and a new era, one of ruthless aggression. And at WrestleMania 20, WWE returned
My first
to its roots in New York
WrestleMania.
City, proudly featuring two ring generals competing for the WWE Championship.
This was a good match.
Eddie Guerrero defending against Kurt Angle. From his arrival to WWE in late 1999, Kurt Angle was an absolute natural in a WWE ring. His rookie year would see him capture the European, Intercontinental, and WWE championships, an astounding accomplishment. The Olympic gold medalist always used his 3 I's: intensity, integrity,
And intelligence.
to either be a champion or to be competing for a championship. Angle lost the WWE Championship to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 19 in Seattle.
Weird, we're
and
not
looked for
covering
the opposite
it.
result at WrestleMania 20. Carrying months of resentment, Kurt looked to right the wrongs as he challenged for the championship. Despite coming from a legendary wrestling family, Eddie would not receive the path to instant stardom that his opponent did. Instead, he worked his way up from Mexico to ECW and then to WCW before finally earning a chance with WWE. It took him years to finally realize his dream, and once he had, Eddie did everything he could to keep it. In 2004, Eddie won a 15-man mini Royal Rumble that granted him a match against Brock Lesnar at No Way Out for the WWE Championship.
Also a good
Last man
match.
he eliminated? Yep, Kurt Angle. Still, at this point, the two appeared to be on friendly terms, even if the disappointment was obvious for Kurt. And at No Way Out in San Francisco, Eddie would achieve the impossible,
No Goldberg?
defeating Brock Lesnar to finally hold the WWE Championship.
It was Eddie Guerrero's time. It was his time to show that he was a top performer. So I knew Eddie was on a roll, and I knew my work was cut out for me.
Angle was victorious in a triple threat match to be named the #1 contender. On the surface, it seemed all was well. Two fantastic competitors who would battle to see who was better. But it turned out that Kurt Angle had been seething ever since that 15-man Rumble. And with his match set, he struck. Attacking Eddie while working as a special guest referee, Angle went ballistic on Latino heel.
I felt the need to beat Eddie Guerrero, not just beat him, but beat him up and try to hurt him.
The tone was set. This was not about competition or athletic pursuit. This was about a former champion desperate to reclaim his throne, and a new champion who wasn't going to let anyone take his dreams away from him. Now it's time for you to put Kurt Angle in the silver medal position and find a way to retain Eddie Guerrero's WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
Oh,
But
we'll
if you're
find
not
a way.
careful, Kurt's going to grab that ankle, and you'll have two choices: tap or snap.
Or slip. It's fucking wet.
Kurt Angle always looked to prove that his opponent had no business in the ring with him. He'd use basic mat wrestling sequences to feel his opponent out, to see if he could make them uncomfortable. Eddie Guerrero knew that he had the technical skills to hang with Angle, and showing them off would be essential to his survival in the match. If Angle knew you were outmatched right away, he'd just play with you. Eddie being able to counter his way out of Angle's mat wrestling was his way of saying, I'm the champion for a reason, and I'm just as good as you are. Nobody able to grab control, both back to their feet in the standoff. Angle looking a little surprised that Eddie
Dodge, reverse, or break.
was on the ground.
Light grapple. Okay, bye, Angle! Viva la raza! Get the fucking Nate, no! You know, I still look back at this WrestleMania pretty well. The main event was really good. The complete ending was really good. We don't talk about it anymore. There were a lot of stinkers. A lot of stinkers on this match. On this card. Oh, it was my first. I remember seeing it in theaters with my dad. Because that's what they used to do, is they used to play these WrestleMania pay-per-views at a theater. Because it was either that or order it on pay-per-view, which was pretty complicated back then. Woo! All right, 3 Mika. Okay, we don't have a signature. Oh. Like, as good as this match is, like, it's weird that they didn't just go with, like, Undertaker versus Kane. Because then we at least could have gotten Slow Chemical.
The reversals in this match were non-stop. Kurt would find his way out of Eddie's Three Amigos. And Eddie returned the favor when he freed himself from Angle's grasp as he attempted the rolling German suplexes. Angle's attempts to show that Eddie wasn't in his league had not gone the way he'd hoped for to this point. The anger that led him to attack Eddie in the first place now had Angle looking for a German suplex from the apron onto the floor. Luckily, Eddie was able to free himself from the situation and open up more offense for himself. An opponent like Kurt Angle was so difficult for this very reason. He was so good, he'd force you to take big risks against him in hopes of gaining that ever so important control.
Wait, so it isn't Little Nate, it's fucking... Is that Earl Hebner?
Set him up, moving out of the way the second that Eddie dove at him from the top rope. Eddie went chest first into the barricade, taking all the air out of him.
I don't remember who that ref is. Trading blows, new minigame. Oh, do I need to hold it? I do need to hold it. That's a new minigame. Yep. La raza.
As Angle maintained his control, Eddie again grew desperate, looking for any chance to get Angle on the defensive. Perched on the top turnbuckle, Guerrero would fight back, sending Angle crashing to the mat. Looking to strike quickly, Eddie again went for broke, attempting his frog splash to a downed Angle. Each time Eddie took a risk, it failed to pay off. Was Kurt baiting him to force the mistakes, or was Eddie just rushing the opportunity? Eddie would need to make adjustments if he was going to find the victory.
Uh-oh. Oh, he doesn't have nothing. He doesn't have a signature, he doesn't have a finisher. We're fine. I was worried we were going to get fucking put in an ankle lock. Uh-oh. We're using the ropes. Again! He's building up that thing. Oh, fucking, we don't have any stamina. Okay, I'm in danger. Fucking Christ, I can't get these goddamn combos if I'm out of stamina all the time. Holy shit, Eddie is gassed. Come on, Kurt. Come on, Kurt. Okay, oh. The amigos! Or not. Thanks, Kurt. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. So we gotta watch out for an angle slam. It's coming. Or a moonsault. Uh-oh. Thank you for waiting there. You need to climb up there. Angle. Please, angle. Angle. Ah! Fucking stun him. I don't want to make. I want to make sure that I counter my goddamn signature again. All right, Three Amigos. Fucking finally. And connect with a huge heavy attack. What if I wasn't so fucking tired?
Eddie was attempting to rally, and Angle needed to cut it off quickly. You know Kurt means business when the straps come down. He had Eddie right where he wanted him, looking to end the match courtesy of his trademark ankle lock. Eddie hadn't taken much damage to his ankle at this point and was able to survive the painful predicament with a timely roll-up. So evenly matched, no one able to maintain a dominant position for long. Both men were unsure of their path to victory, but Angle was not going to let that throw him off his plan, as he took the champion down again with another German super.
Another ankle lock, fucking Christ. I see why they also brought down brought back the down strap mechanic, because they kind of needed it for these matches. Froggy. Another fucking Three Amigos? Oh. Taking some damage this match. Please don't counter this. Thank you. Ugh! Froggy. So Angle face down on the mat in the ring, grab his head and go for the double stomp. Arm breaker. Oh. Supposed to grab and then. Kurt. Come on, Kurt. Not Kurt. Kirk. I'm in danger. What have I done?
Eddie had fought so hard to get back into the match, struggling to get Angle back to his feet, hoping to put the finishing touches on his challenger. In the blink of an eye, Angle had managed to trap Eddie back in the ankle lock. The exhaustion was obvious, but Eddie continued to fight. Could he make it to the ropes? Was he going to tap out? Eddie reached into his bag of tricks and was able to roll forward, sending Angle crashing to the floor. Despite freeing himself from the hold, Eddie still seemed to be in a bad predicament. His ankle looked to be severely damaged, keeping him from following up with any attacks. Looking scared, Eddie began to loosen his boot, hoping to alleviate any potential swelling.
Take it back, motherfucker! Stand up and move back!
The look in Angle's eyes as he went back into the ring was like a lion chasing down its prey. With the ankle lock again applied, was there anything left in Eddie? The answer was yes, as Eddie would free himself from both his loose boot and the ankle lock itself. In the confusion, Kurt would run right into a small package attempt by Eddie. And the bell rang with Eddie Guerrero finally tricking Kurt Angle, keeping his status as WWE Champion intact.
That was a good match. So what's next? Okay, I was gonna say, is next Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle, because that was also a good match, and yeah. So yeah, we'll call it here, and then I guess we'll cover the other half of Showcase on Thursday, because I definitely do not feel like doing a goddamn fucking 5-6 hour stream tonight. Christ. All right, so yeah. So yeah, it's showcase mode. It's about what you'd expect. There are some weird omissions. I don't know if it's because we've covered them in the prior games or they wanted to pick and choose, but yeah, there are some weird omissions. I kind of do wish that they went for the 2K14 route where they just put a match from every WrestleMania on there, but at the same time, I kind of get it. You can't exactly do 40 matches in a showcase, which Maybe they can when we eventually hit new gen only instead of keeping the PS4 versions. But we'll see. But for now, we're going to continue Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow. I guess today. We'll see how much progress we can make. I did end up doing the grinding that we need to do, so we're going to continue that. We're going to finish off the showcase mode on Thursday. And then we're going to be starting Sonic Battle on Saturday. So it's going to be a long haul for that one. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm tired. And yeah, I kind of want to go to bed. So thanks everybody for tuning in. And we'll see everybody tomorrow or tonight, I guess, for more Final Fantasy 14. So we'll see everybody then.